rise every morning with truth in our hands. No more silence, we take a stand. For the people who cry, for the dreams that fade. We speak for the hearts that justice betrayed. Radio True Media
on FM 103.9.
Radio True Media
on FM 103.9.
Now we voice, now we power. True Media go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know how make we talk. True Media Radio on FM 103.9.
Now God we dey Friday, not true we dey preach. Freedom of speech, now that we dey teach.
For Salon, we go stand tall. Radio True Media,
one voice for all.
We honor the land, the struggle, the fight. We shine a light in the darkest night. Because we believe in hard work and faith. The Sierra Leone way.
The other man, Esther Michael, yeah, that's my name.
There's a good woman a gentry, not for them I'm on a kitchen. We get good initiative, 50-50. What a man can do, woman can do. There's a good woman a gentry, not for them I'm on a kitchen. We get good initiative, 50-50. What a man can do, woman can do. Hey, you know what? And if you know, hey, we know. And if you know, hey, we know. And if you know, hey, you know what? We know what? And if you know, behind any successful man, there must be a woman. So we are the strong below to support a good man, a woman of dignity, me not a liability. I get in the quality to do anything. Hey, me that woman, a good woman. Not a kitchen number for the woman. Not just a woman. It's a good woman a gentry. Not for the no man a kitchen. We get good initiative, 50-50. What a man can do, woman can do. It's a good woman a gentry. Not for the no man a kitchen. We get good initiative, 50-50.
Indeed, woman a gentry. I want to say happy International Women's Day to all the women there around the globe and to all the women in a salon. This year's theme, rights, justice, and action. And women they make up the bulk of the population at salon. And today we get a conversation around the theme, rights, justice, and action. And for that, this is a special program we host today because of this day. We get 3 female lawyers in the studio. We get for assess our rights, justice, and action for women in girl picking in a salon. They like because they in the capacity, for access. Anything we get for do, anything with a legal something, we get for do with rights and action for women them. And also, while some of them are lawyers, they're also civil servants them, and they work with NGOs them as well for push for women business. You listen to 103.9 FM on Truth Radio with me, Nafisa Tuola in Kardin. And you also catch me live now with Facebook on Truth Media and with YouTube channel as well. As I said today, we'll talk about rights, justice, and action. We just can talk about our intellect for women in a salon. Women, if they write slip and paper, the implementations, they work about. So we have to talk about access to justice. Women they're able for access justice that kind of way. We have to talk about action. So women and girl picking them as we celebrate this day today. So we get now the studio, Madam Natasha Mireku Koroma, Esquire, from lawyers. And we also get Madam Fatmata Ugiba, Esquire, from now the CEO and founder of Seeds of Change Initiative, and also she is a civil rights activist as well. And we get Madam Janisa E.F. Momodu Esquire, where himself na the director for the Center for Gender and Social Justice. Then 3 women there get for access. We see it like, but before we can get from them, I'm just they give una an introduction of the people that we can get today. Before even they get introductory response from them, we can look at few videos of different women then we make up with society, we don't do well. First, we get start with the Minister of Gender, we current Minister of Gender, Madam Aisha Samaroy. We talk about the assessment, we assess our rights, justice, and action for women and girl picking in Talek na salon, and how far we don't come salon from where we don't come out to now. How far we don't come. What are the strides that we will make? What are the gaps there remain? What are the challenges them? What are the frameworks, the existing frameworks that we then there for protect women them? We'll get a short video when from an excerpt from the Truth Morning Devotion program Naya on Truth Radio on 103.9 FM. We go get the video now and listen to Madam Aisha Tamahoy.
You call it celebration, call it commemoration. I will always use commemoration.
Okay.
We commemorate this day because, the woman them, we all know history. Women then don't they suffer, women have been discriminated against, a lot of things happening against women. You check history, go tell you say, even before now na salon, many times, girl picking, they know they send and go school, the family or parents prefer for send the boy na school. And then go to say, oh, in no sabi mathematics, in no sabi engineering, so they are let the boy picking go, what you want go do there if you opt for that. So a lot of things, now also the violence against women and community, women no for talk Monday. So this is not just the things there. And because of this, the international community don't say, no, we need to change this scenario. We need to change what is happening to women. So then decide, say, let we come together and see how we will bring laws them or strategies them or frameworks them in place for support country them where women they suffer plenty. Well, I will say all over the world, women they actually discriminated against. And we get roles that when our society shape them roles then for we. Not to say now God in your way for separate we from the man them or discriminate we, but society shape the roles them within them feel say na woman for do na woman no more for cook. So these are some of the things that have been happening. Woman no for lead, woman no for get voice. But actually this time na salon things have been changing. And the reason we make things then they change, we don't try as a country. We are a bit progressive in this particular area because we don't sign international treaties like the CEDAW, the Maputo Protocol. Recently we get the End Violence Against Women. We in just recent a lot of other instruments then where the country they try for look into because this now we obligation where we need for take as a state. We get the Women Peace and Security Agenda where now the resolution 1325 where Auntie Susan in your area that one they fall where they talk about how for put women in leadership, how for make women themselves participate, how then CSF will take decision at you and all of these things and protect them. So this is exactly what my ministry does as well because we get the mandate for take action on their obligation in the
We don't get from Madam Aisha Tamahoy, we don't talk about, progress they will make. They don't, mention frameworks the way they exist, where then they for women rights, action, justice, delivery for women them. Now this country, he mentioned the Maputo Protocol, he mentioned CEDAW. He talk about other frameworks them, legal frameworks the way they exist for protect women them, for give their right. When it comes to, even if it's in leadership, they talk about her. Next, we get again another video from someone from lawyers, when Miltonia Conte Tumuke, we talk about different types of violence. Then they talk again, now the Truth Morning Devotion. We'll get the video from lawyers, where Susan will talk about different types of violence. Them.
What's in the cases them? I'm sure I don't work with women. What's in the cases them where can actually come, or is it that I think approach now and I can understand of them cases and then when I intervene and try for give them support?
Okay, how we they operate with mandate is we they emphasize on the women speaking up because at the end of the day, if you don't speak up, we know they get for no waiting are your issues, and we not just they advocate. They go to the crux of the matter. Example, like then sexual gender sexual and gender-based violence, and we also they sensitize women on their rights. Like for example, this Devolution of Estate Act. You know, say for initially women then disadvantaged. Man then gets more advantage over women when it comes to sharing of properties.
Yeah.
You see certain families where woman die, the family of the man then they take advantage and waiting. So lawyers they step in and then cases them yasu. And in domestic violence as well. You know, say domestic violence divided into three. You get certain homes them when things are not going right, the man go withhold in financial support, where we they call financial violence as well, because it divided into financial or economic violence. You get the physical aspect of it, where you they see man they beat woman and damage them. Then you get the emotional one, where it be say it they tell you so many hurtful words, where they tell on your self-esteem and waiting. So lawyers they step in, provided you approach we. We are located at 11 Percival Street. You reach out to us, you tell us what your problems are. When it comes to a time where you need for go courts, we get duty counsels them where they accompany them woman they yasu. Where they represent them in a court for the one them we not able for afford legal fees. So these are the things we do. Also, we mobile legal clinics. We go into communities for sensitize women them about their rights. Because not all men know rights. They can just sit down complacent. You know it's wrong, but you don't know how for reach out and usai for go and waiting for do and what step way for take. So as lawyers, they guide you on the basic steps them, as well as making you know your rights.
You don't get that video there from Miltonia from lawyers. We don't talk about the legal support we lawyers they provide to women then. And also we mentioned a particular framework where they exist. We talk about the Devolution of Devolution of Estate Act, where give women certain right to own property, whether na land, na house, where it make women then be empowered because of that. And I believe that in another powerful framework than the way they exist for women their rights, the access to justice, because certain times then the women like mostly, let's say for instance in the rural areas, women then can be subjected to then they look low upon them when it comes to property business. Now, woman sit down in the effects of property, even if it's your inheritance, they say let the man then they be full, let the man then snap, even if not your own. But with them framework and the way they exist, the laws and the way they exist, I believe say it go help for put women in the right position and where they're supposed to they when not for look low upon them, not for look down on them. We get now from the security sector, we get to look at a video from Susan B. Kuka, the Deputy Director General of Sierra Leone Correctional Service. He talk about how it called for women for join, the security sector. We go get that video there from Susan B. Kuka. I also give a message again to women them about this day.
What I would advise women, first of all, believe in yourself, believe in your dream.
As a woman, we all know the barriers, the challenges, you serve as president of women them within the security sector as well. How is it like as a woman, for serve in this capacity as deputy for the country in correctional service?
It's not really easy for me personal story for make I even thrive for la reach yaso. And my story na the correctional service is not different from the story of the woman there na the fire force, na the police, na the military, and across the security sector. The security sector, then we can always say, na a regimental institution. And over the years, na a male-dominated institution. Say woman they're not able for go fight na the war front. Woman they're not able for because of how God make them, then genetic makeup, they're not able for do XYZ. But the narratives are changing. Go to other countries and see how women they thrive. Now the correctional service, go to other countries and see how women they thrive. Now the police, now the fire service. Sometimes always we need now the security sector as women are the equal opportunities, equal training, equal knowledge, equal skills. Me can say that man where he don't put in that place for go work, he not get nothing for go do the work rather than the knowledge and the skills what he get. Not so in how God make him, he dey go take for go work. No. Me self wey dey do this work here so, I know they do am like how God make me. I dey do am because of the knowledge and skills them way I get. So always we dey look forward to now the security sector as women, equal opportunities, equal training. You don't see where women and they go UN mission. I see this smile while I talk about UN mission. Now we get all alone stand force, even in corrections where they go UN mission. All alone stand force, police and military for go UN mission. Because out there, you know they send you troops from your country, we don't get woman. So it's challenging, but like when somebody tell me just know where they come, the world is evolving. And we ourselves get for evolve. We get for change with mindset. Then tell them where they say security sector not just a male dominated institution. So then women they nobody even commit crime. Now they see crime rates amongst women they go high. Then they the opportunities not been there. Women they not been they go school. But now things they don't they change. So me can always tell me colleagues say we just do one training recently when Christian they do one for we. We go get there. We go reach there, Lamrana.
Darina from Susan B. Cooker. We'll talk about equality and equity for women then. I believe they say waiting like man then they do woman and they do am back, then we will do am. And talk about the security sector, when a male dominated sector, and also the call on women and say not on man then no more can do am. Woman and self can able for do am. Followed by Aisha Johansson, we get another video from a former president of the Sierra Leone Football Association. This is now for women in sports. You know, we look at different aspects and different sectors. Then a message to women in sports, and this now, woman, we don't champion sport business. We don't put salon that kind, you know, that kind big day, especially when a woman. We will get a video from our own message to women then on this day.
What I would advise women, first of all, believe in yourself, believe in your dream, and you chase those goals you can achieve. My name is Aisha Johansson, and I was a former FIFA Council member and a CAF executive member, also the former president of the Sierra Leone Football Association. I think we're in a time now where it's a good time to be in sports for women. It's always been a good time, but the opportunities have never really been there. There's always been the discrimination, you know, sexism, bullying, all sorts, and also cultural as well. You know, especially in our part of the world, in our society where, you know, not to you place this, you know, say you go play football or days like that enough for boys and men, and you know, you should be doing domesticated stuff, for instance. But now increasingly, women like us, women like the Fatima Samaras and others that have come up and shown that, you know, you can be in leadership in a male-dominated society. What I would advise women, first of all, believe in yourself, believe in your dream, and you chase those goals you can achieve. There aren't any barriers. There should not be any barriers. I don't subscribe to tokenism. I don't subscribe to women being in positions, whatever, be it football, be it politics, governance. You have to be in there because you can achieve. You are just as capable as any other man to govern, right? It should be that you're in it to win it. It should be merit by credit, okay? I have a story. My story as a football administrator equals and surpasses many male counterparts. You know, you put my story together, my journey, and you put several other men. And if I don't surpass it, I equal. And that's what we're saying for women, you know, give women a fair playing ground. And women in turn, don't go into situations, don't go chasing a dream or a goal, believing you're a victim. So don't start crying foul even before you get to that position, okay? Go in there knowing and believing that you can achieve and you are just as good as the others. So, you know, the strength of your belief in yourself as a woman capable of achieving, of winning, is what I would advise to most women. And so finally, I would like to take this opportunity of announcing for the first time, and the press release will be out today, that I shall be launching a summit.
Welcome back. That Aisha Johansen send a message to all women in sports and all women that if you know to sports you did in other sector, any society you find yourself, but make you believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, and pursue them. Now we don't come to the reason for we're there today for the conversation we can get with different female lawyers on the perspective of rights, justice, and action for women them within the assessment. Welcome to the studio, Madam Fatmata Wuriba.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Madam Ben.
Okay. Welcome, Madam Miracle.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Also, welcome, Madam Janissa.
Thank you.
To you, Madam Wuri, I want to ask, you being a lawyer and the founder of Seeds of Change Initiative, what does this day mean to you?
All right. Thank you so much. That's a very interesting question because, because me being a female lawyer and also, the founder of the Seeds of Change Initiative, where we commonly call SOCI, this day for me, I need to only see as a day for celebrate, but also at the same as a day follow we go use them for reflect, just like what we do so today, for reflect one on the right, the opportunities, the missed opportunities, and the shortcomings them, like waiting weaken. Now we can't use them what we need for correct, either in we laws, in we communities, or in we institutions them, and also how far as a country we don't come, waiting at the achievements then where we don't do as a country, because all that they boil down to the theme of the International Women's Day, where they talk about give to gain, waiting we don't do. Waiting at the sacrifices that we don't do, and waiting with the aim at, because with the aim for create a better transformed community or society wherein all women then, they feel safe, women and girls and they feel safe, for create a safe space for all women and girls. That now one, then also the need, waiting we need for do for take, critical steps, for create a better step, for create a better, community. I think we need for use today for the reflection, for going at the drawing board, and really, look at what we need for do, as a country. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you for that submission. Now next to you, Miracle, you're from lawyers. So from lawyers, you don't they do this work, this lawyer work, this legal business. What in this day mean for you today? What in today mean to you?
Well, just like what my colleague was started here this evening, this day is a very important day for all women and girl picking the salon. And also we as a lawyer, because it's an acronym meaning legal access to women yearning for equality right and social justice. This lawyer come into place to make up a group of female lawyers in Sierra Leone, and it was formed on the 14th of February, 1997. So we already with 29 years, and then we common mandate is that we go out and talk and do a sensitization to women out there and girl picking so that they will know the laws them and try for be protected against any violence called from. And then also know that we advocate for gender equality and also protection from abuse and discrimination. We don't do a market tour over this in commemoration of International Women's Day, where we go out to women and girl picking them and try for tell them the laws them for make them able to talk, waiting at the challenges that they go through. Then the laws the way the government don't implement for help protect women and girl picking in Sierra Leone. And then not only that, we dey do a pro bono. It's just a pro bono legal service for especially those who are marginalized or those who are vulnerable, we do not get access to legal representation or legal information. So our duty now for make sure say we do the work and find out and go around them, because this is a total of 8 visitations that we did in before the this day. We went to the province, like one from Kenema in Bo, and then also we visited the Dove Courts and Big Market. We went out, we talked to them, say what's their rights, telling them the rights and what they should do if those rights are violated. In simple in time, we organization they work for make sure say woman and girl pikin know their rights, then for seek justice if their rights violate. So now that now the key thing what they do when a pro bono service, free legal service. That's why together we challenges them, but we dey try very hard for see say woman get voice in a society and for do a mobilization around for help sensitize them and make sure say they reach the right place and direct them in the way forward. Thank you very much.
Okay, that's good. You know, lawyers then they do well, you know, for provide free legal service to, you know, to women. Them also like the fact that you know they raise awareness, like they inform them, educate them about laws that already exist, where they for them, and when they know aware of, and waiting for do the steps then for take if someone violates their law, their rights and the way they get, and also if we go that gonna help them, you know, waiting they need for do and waiting they need for no. So to you, Janisa, you yourself now the same work now you do. So
this is the part of lawyers.
Oh, you were part of lawyers.
I was
okay.
a PIO at
Oh,
one time. Yeah.
Okay. So you self don't serve. Okay, that's good. You know, the director right now for Center for Justice, for Gender and Social Justice. Sorry. What's in this in the line of work? What's in this they mean to you?
Well, this day is a special day because it's not only for reflection, but it's a day that we also recognize the efforts of women, be them big or small. It's a day because in my line of duty, Center for Gender and Social Justice, we did it for promote justice, empowerment, and protection for women and picking them. So we don't work with the women there so tirelessly all over the years. So today is just one of those days for able to recognize the women there. So they, you know, in this line of work, we get for the support we serve and just they give we serve flowers them whilst we're alive. Because now one thing and they for able for push somebody for do more. So this day particularly, it's not like it's because today is International Women's Day. Like it's just one special day. Every other day has been special for us dealing with women because they matter them. Now we all matter them, and they like them. We say it's something that we should take on board, and we're supposed to move forward with their issue them. So today I just see it like a day where they give people and a flower for encourage people from the small corners them. People are way down they do things in a society, even in your small community. Where they help for mentor that picking, where they help for talk to this person, even that woman and market where they able for sell and go take care of it. So this is the day that we recognize the effort them and then make the world know say there are people out there where they say they do something them where they benefit society as a whole.
That's good. Yeah, you go comment on what you want for add on.
Okay, yes. I be also want for add small thing. You know, for talk about within SOCI, when Seeds of Change initiative, waiting where they do what they about. You know, SOCI is a rights-based organization where they for protect and promote the rights, you know, of women and girls from all forms of violence, you know, discrimination and harmful practices. Where we all know where the happenings, you know, in Sierra Leone. You know, we do that through community awareness, through advocacy, and also support services where we give to them communities there. So, you know, like more especially like in the impoverished communities, you know, vulnerable women, you know, women and girls, you know, people with disability, you know, we do them all the work there. So, you know, through collaboration, we collaborate with communities, with leaders, with community leaders, with institutions, in order for like promote gender equality, and also for protect vulnerable women and girls in order for create a safe space, just like what I said before, for create a safe space wherein we'll get a more transformed and inclusive community for all, yeah.
So that is also na fighting for women then, like protection of women then when it comes to violence, all forms of violence, whilst lawyers then they, for provide legal representation for women then. So let's come down to within this entire conversation there about an assessment of how far we don't come on. We'll start with you, Madam Janissa, because like you don't take this, like if you don't transition from lawyers, say come here. So how you go assess salon, how far we don't come on when it comes to rights for women and rights in this country?
So when we talk about right, justice and action, the first thing where they can now you might now for ask say, if people really know their right, they're women there, they really know their right. Do they know what is illegal and what is legal? So now the first thing and the way they can that you mind. What's not their right there? So women, they know some women don't even know so they get their right there. They have right to dignity, they have right to safety, they have right to education, they have right to equal opportunity, they have right to inheritance of properties, they have right to access to justice. And where they can say justice, people like if you say no more, na court. But it's more than that. Like I say, the first aspect of it, now for no force, what is legal and what is not legal. So access to justice means say, where they don't abuse that woman there or they don't deprive of a right, that woman there, he get a right there as in paper, whether not black and white. He get a right there where he go for report, may they able for investigate that thing, they properly document them. That woman they get a right there for make where he go to hospital after the abuser for make them treat in timely manner. That woman they get a right there for where he go to court for make the matter and not delay and make it be expedited. Then get that so that down they call justice for make them for preserve that evidence they go for use na court for make the woman go win in case because we don't see beaucoup cases the way they go to court. By the time they reach na court, by the time they reach then they pull out, then they throw it out of court because there are no evidences. Then there are so many things that will lack. So that chain of justice, of right, justice and action, it's a chain. No, if one thing breaks like that chain, then the woman they suffer. So not to like just on paper. We have to ask ourselves the real question: is what is on paper really applicable? Is it practical? Is it happen to them people there? They know they right them, they right their way due them, then they enjoy their right there so, and the right action and don't they take their right action there so where they're supposed to take because of them people are the right the way they violate. So I think these are the things that will for the ask yourself by now.
So to you, Madam Miracle, same.
Yes, for but West, what my colleague just don't say about the right to them. And then let me get in mind, say, London made a significant progress to laws that govern and protect women and girls. And also we get the Sexual Offences Act, because if we my colleague they talk here about if they know the right. And no say then right then they laws the way they talk about all day inside a book. Where the one of the key book where we get when are the Constitution of Ceylon, the 1991 Constitution of Ceylon, when are the Supreme Law, and also they write them back where woman and girl picking them get the Child Rights Act also they help protect picking them, the welfare of picking them. They get the Devolution of Estate Act as we just watched from the previous video where they talk about how property is shared because some they take advantage say. Probably this woman, go school, and the man it also to the man as we can say, that the man can die, the man get property, they don't born for the man. Then time now for the man enjoy the family members from nowhere, then they can attack them and take them out. So if they're able, the challenges the way they get, now that's pick up with the woman and they fail for speak up. And some they think say probably they don't get any money for can meet lawyers. So that is why we are here, the lawyers. Or give free access service to people who are not able to afford the legal representation. And we get them when they go to people who are going to court for go represent and are free of charge. So we self-care appeal for say we need a donors them for let them help we follow partner with some donors because we previously partner with Rainbow and this other one Rainbow and others. anyway, that I can call as of now. So the challenges are plenty where woman and girl picking in the face. All how we go able to know then challenges in a way then see them. And then if they see them some they afraid because of society stigma or some cultural barriers. So many of them cases in this way, child act violations them. Then afraid for talk. And remember say then the evolution of Estate Act, the Safe Womanhood and Productive Health Care, the Prohibition of Marriage Act 2024. All these laws help for protect women from violence, discrimination, and property deprivation. So the only way I will go able to help them when they are now when we go out to them as we do, as we don't begin to do for the past over 25 years, we do on that campaign day. We go from the province. We go to Kailaon last month. I was there with some colleagues. We went there. We advocate to them. We tell them their rights. We met stories. Then we encourage them for come and tell we how we for able go through and resolve this thing where they happen to with the woman there and get picking in a society. If they see rape some man they give family uncle give picking belly. For they can't say how they say no because of culture this that. The stigma all done themselves now problem we they face as a woman. So then they need for stop. So now make this lawyer, we are here for them. So council, just for brutality, they say, it's true, the challenges are so many. We went out, we conducted a market tour, as I just say, go now, Dove Court, the guy for put and down to the level where they understand, say, yes, this not me right. And as I get right, I for able get me right and seek for justice. And we try we best forgive that justice day. And remember, say even if you get all the rights there, but you get role and duty where you say for play under Section 13 of the 1991 Constitution of Sierra Leone. So I go stop now for this because I'm not for come for other things. Let me colleague say as you want say something.
Just like how we did touch on the key areas there. You know, I want to give accolade to Sierra Leone. Say, as a country, we don't really try. We don't make tremendous, strides. We don't make effort. One of the things we don't do, wherein we don't, the CEDAW, the CEDAW way they deal with the Convention on the Elimination on all forms of discrimination against women, where now a principal global legal framework where they help for strengthen the legal framework in Sierra Leone for protect all women and girls. We don't, we not a party to wherein we are bound by the provisions and the, where, it puts in a global, space where they protect, where they like the key motive of harm and for protect the rights of all women and girls. So I think that is a very big achievement for the country, Then also we come now to the local laws, where they give credits to the CEDAW, where I don't talk about. We talk about the Domestic Violence Act, when at the 2007, where they prevent, all forms of domestic violence, and also now a form of redress mechanism. And also we talk about the devolution of the Estate Act, where my colleague be mentioned, where they talk about inheritance, and in this act, there is a provision where they talk about, say, when when a woman, for instance, cohabits with a man for a period of 5 years, then definitely the court, they consider them for being spouse. Sure. But with the situation wherein a man they tie a woman down, until in prime fade out, then all of a sudden the man go just want to call off, the relationship, leaving the woman at a very disadvantaged position. So this act they try for talk about say, when as long as them you don't deal with that man there for a period of 5 years. So automatically, the law they look at and say, you're not a spouse. So we need to create more awareness on the laws there. So because we get vulnerable women there where they don't even know about the laws there. So so we need to create awareness on them. Then it even talk about say for an instance in such a situation, then the man die. You understand? The woman, you understand, get the right. It stand as one of the beneficiaries them. But currently, we organization they deal with a case wherein, I'm not going to name names, sure. Because of confidentiality, but we get with a situation right now where they deal with wherein the woman don't deal with the man, take to the point of in death, and they acquire property and all, even if they're not acquired together, but the man didn't get a property. So when he die, what in the family do, the man in family do, then decide for give the woman an amount, I think around 10 or 15 million, for pay them off. Say, all this money and go about your way, go about your business. But because of lack of awareness, the woman not be it gladly collect the money, and go away, and all. So I think it discuss out of joy, it discuss with in company. I don't know actually the relationship between them, because I'm not going to that. But it discuss with somebody, like, out of joy. So the person may get for like tell and say, oh no, that is wrong. So the person enlighten them. So the person may get for like, direct the woman to we, and we don't take up the matter, and we they really, we don't take up the woman the matter, and we they make sure say the woman get the justice, and the right way it deserve, and also when we talk about, I want to touch small on this the registration of the customary marriage, and divorce act, 2009. This law, they give woman then the rights, because initially, Sierra Leone, the marriage were very common. Now the married when they talk about, like put scholar, they're all married, very common, and very prominent in Sierra Leone, where they say na marriage. And most of the women there, when they go through their marriage there, where they say, at the end of the day, then they're in a very marginalized, position. So like this law, they make provision that when you understand, you can, it give them the right for say, even though not us married or not just merely put scholar, as we can say, but it give the right for even bring that married day, you understand, and can register them now the office of the registrar general, you understand, you can register them where in the court they say them as a licensed marriage, you understand. So, even if you not get the money for afford a court marriage, you can do that day, you can marry now and can register them. So I think these lawyers were very advantageous for women them, so Sierra Leone, we don't really try. We don't really they put, do so many laws that were really good. Then also, I want to touch small on this Sexual Offences Act, 2012, as amended in 2019, where this act, they criminalize, rape.
Sure.
Yes, it criminalize rape, and also it nullify, the consent, of a girl below the age of 18, because most men then they go with the perception, say, afterwards the woman, the lady give consent, but the big question is, a child below 18, the court's not the same as somebody who is capable for give consent. So even if the Pekin say, oh yes, he agree to such, act, it's a crime, because that Pekin did not reach that age there. You understand, for give consent. So any Pekin below the age of 18, even if you agree for make una do whatever it is, agree to sex, before the eyes of the law, it is not, acceptable. Then I also want to touch on this Gender Equality Act, because this is a very, very important act also, because it is an act where they give a mandatory, like a 30% quota for women them, we're very important, we're very significant, especially on such a day, because we always on the yearn for equality and all. And this act here, so they talk about, say, they give it a mandatory 30% quota, wherein, for example, in appointment, for example, appointive positions, in elective positions, elective positions, for example, MP, you want for stand as an MP, for example. Then when I talk about appointive positions, I also talk about like the cabinet, even go down to council, the council, at council level, so this act, they like, they give a mandatory, a 30% mandatory quota for women them, where go, they all, they say like, as a country, we don't really try. We don't really try, then they all are like for bridge the gap, of inequality, where now one of we work them as, we organization, when our Seeds of Change initiative, we, this now some of the alignments, then these are some of the things that we will work towards for achieve, we complement the efforts there. And
we don't do well. Then you talk about challenges. Miracle also talk about challenges when we talk to. First of all, even Madam Janissa mentioned and the way it starts for talk. You know you right first before we talk about this rights, before we talk about justice, we talk about action for women. Do you know your rights? You know, this is now one fundamental challenge, I believe, say now one part, but una go elaborate on that. And also, Madam Miracle will talk say, like some woman in the field, oh no, this na man. This I believe say now because of the social construct that will find we safe in. Like if you don't then a male dominated space where before say always it's the men, even human, you go feel like you lower your self-esteem, you go reach that kind of point you go make like I don't want for do this, I don't want for make so because now man they don't did tina before. Even when you get the rights, it's your rights now for do am. So I want before you to talk like Madam Miracle, remember you mentioned I want me to elaborate on the challenges the women get, like for instance, lock compare free tone and upline. How it's like how you go assess like how much women they know their rights, how much they know how to access justice, then thing in the normal.
Thank you very much, Engin.
Okay.
The challenges the way we they face. One, many women they don't know their rights. Women and girl picking don't know their rights, and then also many then they afraid for talk. As I just say, that stigma. Probably if I say this, within community or the world go see me, so then they afraid. So the comparison with here and the province is too much. The province they are not that exposed because I've been there with some colleagues for doing sensitization on the lawyers for to know their rights and everything to explain the laws to them. We even met. Let me say I don't know how to explain it. A scenario where at 12 years old was pregnant for who? The uncle.
Wow.
How can you say that? When we ask the family, they are afraid. That's in our family business. So then I want to first way we need for go around and tell them, say, this way they do not wrong. And you get right for access to justice. And we are here for make sure say you get that justice day. Because now in we the lawyer before. We try for investigate and go deep. By the time we go there again for go check, we not see anybody again. That because we meet with that belede, itself we don't know anywhere about. So how can we forward those cases? How we get able fit? Because we get lawyers them where they go represent us, where they go to the court. And now we all where they call duty counsel them. Now they go represent you. So the province side here, I don't know, the level of mentality is very low. So we need more of expansion in that area. So that is why we are asking for more donors. Because now we take we only resources for God. I tell you, it's a civil civil organization. So now on partnership we try, and you know, say for going to court and money take, file papers them and do the market store as I tell you, where we team now give to gain. Where we discuss, we raise awareness on sexual and gender-based violence. We try for know what in the thing later and tell we so that we go know how we get able fight for them. So then it takes money. So we need more more donors there for come and partner with we, as I say, so that we go able to spread and go outside the province and explain to them their laws there and how for protect them and for give them more zeal and confidence for let them say them out. Because if they don't say them out, we can't do anything about that. Now when they talk them, we are able for push say this person get justice for what they do. So it's a lot to do, and we still do it. 29 years, we still on it, and we still working.
Yeah, when I know it's right being because like when I talk about awareness, and now the challenge we mentioned are now continue like for probe for going to the rural areas, you know, for
like
make people, for make like them become aware because like I talk, I go fight for you if I don't know what they do you, I go fight for you if I don't know what's wrong with you, I go talk for you if I don't know what's the moon you. So now then thing and you also mentioned funds, you call on donors for give money because then thing they really do them back. You know they just grab no more so you go offline. You know they just there's some person they even pay you right for in good back you go want to talk to them pass again for say una account money especially then offer see like as then CNGO I don't witness thing like that they CNGO una account for money even if you not for them make it they just get that mentality they will say like them people are get money which they don't can they don't know say like na for can do for them something. So now before we go to Madam Wiba we can to you Madam Janisa. Let you talk about the challenges that if you say they exist with the laws there when in Nassau or now the country assessment. What are the challenges them? You do compare still back with Freetown and the rural areas. There, what if you see the challenges there when they exist?
Well, so firstly, my colleague they don't try in that regard. They don't explain the act there, and they don't do well. And make no mistake, Salon don't make tremendous efforts in that regard.
Sure.
Both international and we local laws them as well. But an assessment of their laws there, then they work. We get for look at the recent Rainbow 2025 report, which shows say with all the robust laws there, we had a report of over 3,000 sexual abuses cases them, and we spread, you know, from all ages them, and a woman them then they affect. When most of them back now picking them. And for me, you know, say back then this laws they're still waiting at where they on paper, then they're not practical in some kind of sense, because even the report from that report they show say over 7 districts them now they record with Leone, with Freetown having the highest number of abuse of sexual and gender-based violence cases. Freetown, when are they do all kind of advocacy, when are they people say the one them we go school more on a Freetown and they, but that they record the highest number of cases. So this job they tell you say this thing is systemic, not to say on one side, because it cuts across. So we for the look at waiting at the problem them where they make, if we will get a lot on a paper, we can they reflect on the report there. So what we should be asking ourselves now, is it that people don't know they're right there? Is it that like culture, tradition, and norms them now that they hinder them thing there? So is it that this thing is embedded, or people that just go about it? Is it that families them in family interference they fuel them things there? So we need for the factors there. Is it that economic dependency of women on men now that they fuel them things there? So the issues there's so much. Not to say the laws they're not though, the laws then they get lost the way they protect women on all fronts, but still we are having cases. So now I think what to for the look at, what are these factors that are fueling these issues? Like I tell you, we get cultural and norms them. We get family interference them. We even get like that woman they are wearing abuse, then they become discouraged along the line of reporting and even going to court. So we for the look at them, how we able for handle them here, how we able for look at them here, how we for mitigate them here, for make we go able for curb them numbers there, so where they can, you understand? Because we even get budget crisis and funding. Because if they lost their idea on paper, you don't have money to fuel them, they will just be slogans. You're not going to implement them. So the challenge is there's so much. Even the capacity of FSU, where you go for go report, whether they interview a survivor or a victim, where you gonna court. Now also everybody sit on up now police. Now they don't have like a designated room for able for, because some man go afraid to go become intimidated when you see your man for able for talk. You know, even the training itself. Not only of the prosecutors or the FSC staff there or magistrate there, but also even lawyers them when they go for go defend them matters there in a court, they need to be trained on handling gender sensitive issues then. So the issues them, but not to say we don't do well in that regard. We have done very well. Both international and domestic laws there, it's very progressive, but it's not reflecting on the reports. So now we for the look at what are the factors fueling these incidences. Now for the look at now.
So you ask a big question, like who side the problem they come up from,
yes.
the problem they emanate from,
yes.
and they for tackle, and it's not just about the laws that already exist.
Yeah. So look, recently I seen after social media where somebody na kono rape a 2-year-old pikin. Can you imagine with all this advocacy going on?
Yeah, even
with
in
all
the
our
Rainbow
efforts.
reports, the youngest survivor is a 6-month-old baby. This Rainbow report don't come out. The youngest survivor, 6-month-old baby of sexual gender-based violence na Rainbow. But when you talk about interviews, maybe na whether they take statements if they abuse you na FSU. Recently I'm doing one meeting with Rainbow where they get a medical legal dialogue. The doctor them the lawyers and the prosecutors them, then they talk on how for handle the issues there. For instance, doctor them, how then they report them case there, when they distort the meaning in a court, where they able to make them get access to justice. Because sometimes maybe how the doctor go right, the defense counsel go use and turn around kind way go make, the person not get justice.
I get a similar experience. Somebody tell me say, even the doctor they feel intimidated.
Sure.
When they go be asked suicide, but these are things that people should be trained on gender, how to handle gender sensitive issues. Because like I tell you, we don't try. They even get told free lines. Then 166. They even get the referral homes there. They get one-stop shops then. Sure. All of these things are in place. But why is the report not changing?
Yeah. They even get mobile clinics that you want for say something, man, a miracle. And they come to you with the challenges. I know, say you wait to talk, you get phone. You list the you get for elaborate. So now you make now so you last they can't tell me don't talk to the woman. But they keep them coming for the challenges the way you get for. So, Madam Miracle, you want to comment on something? Why so we talk about rainbow just now?
No, the rainbow, I think now one of we donors them anyway. We work together with.
They even get I think I don't know how they call themselves. I don't know. It's mobile clinics.
Mobile networking.
They get back clinics. The way for say if they're not maybe in the center not in at this place, they can just send for you if they want it to you something like that. It'll happen. But it's ongoing. Rainbow and they panani now. They don't get to dialogue for work on a particular format with doctor them for the use when there are reports for them case. Then they certain terminologies they in their own field how then they interpret and for making all distort any meaning na court. And also while I be there, they make a demonstration like what you talk say like when they interview you maybe that kind of space they not there for make a open up. Come on, they don't abuse me then. Usai all Monday, but according to someone, the representative from FSU say when they go to police, like if they want to take your statement, then they go to your corner side for ask you. No even want to make your parents say your mama did it. And for Rainbow, then they do the same. Rainbow said then they say then they send you mama say go buy something because maybe let's say for instance you afraid you mama something that you papa do and so you go down then thing and the intimidation and they put you in some kind of room where you feel comfortable and now at your time where you want to talk then go make you talk. So we don't you know the question you ask you take like saying the challenge follow no who's certain at the root what's the problem who's the problem they emanate from who's the common from who's the originate from now that question you first people time for answer because even with all these existing laws frameworks then thing the advocacy what they do the thing they do look at that kind of number is scary. For look at that over 3,000 cases and from last year the last data I be around 2,000 something then follow before say don't go. Oh no, so what's in the problem even with all then that's a big question we really need for ask yourself. So now to you, Madam Muriba, what if you say that now the challenges that where they exist?
Okay, thank you so much, Madam Dane. So with all we find laws there so we'll get if one of the key challenge I feel say we face as a country now that when with all them fine laws there, if the implementation is poor, then it's meaningless. And I think the enforcement, the law enforcement in this country is very very poor. Where we really need for work on because for example, make I just give a practical example where we organization don't deal with quite recently. For one woman be the way a man you can imagine somebody where don't suffer from abuse because a man beat him. You understand? And because in such a situation, the person already don't become traumatized. The according to who interface with the woman, what the woman tell me was, where you go report the matter na police. The me go for like tell and say, oh, like nine for finance, the police there for me them go arrest the man. You understand? For me them go for the man. You can imagine somebody with already traumatized. You don't go through such. Then you ask him back for make you pull money from your own pocket. You understand? Because it been so disheartening for make it so they tell and say, oh, like a need for buy fuel, a need for this for facilitate and all. And the period of time where they don't go back and forth at the police station, according to not a very for a very long time. They don't handle the matter. and all, that they make them they become more traumatized, because in such a situation, we got for members say we they deal with people who are fragile, being traumatized and all. Then another second challenge where I want for talk about now these harmful cultural practices. This is one prominent challenge where in this harmful cultural practice where they talk about the early child marriage, where they talk about FGM, when are the female genital mutilation, what we all know as bondo. Then also another practice, since we, as an organization, we don't interface with a lot of cases, another practice where I see that, you can imagine a rape case when a very sensitive case, then they decide, then they, settle them, then they say, oh, we'll just settle this at, family level or community level. It's very, very sad. It's very, very sad. So we really need to go out there, and do more of, sensitization, on that kind of matter there. So then another one, now the barriers, of barriers to accessing justice. In this one, we get a lot of factors that we're responsible for that, where they act as a deterrent, for me them to access justice. One of them get for deal with poverty. I will give a practical example where, I've been faced with, where there was a time where I be drive along, and I see one picking, because I can very curious, when I see, most especially like small picking, we fit for them at school, then I see I'm out of school, doing school hours, I see the picking, they be the hawk this pure water, sachet water. So not that like I be actually thirsty, but I've been there for like pull over and call them, just because I want for like get an engagement with the Pekin, so I pretend like say I want to buy water for them and all. And when the Pekin come, now just where I look inside the rubber, the water, the sachet water where they, even I doubt if you even reach 10,000 leones, you can imagine. Then I've been there for like why buy the water for mom. Then I use the opportunity like for engage them into discussion. I say why then at school. At this age, at this tender age, you need for them at school. So it go interest you for me, within the Pekin respond. That girl became very small. The Pekin me for tell me, oh, me auntie where I did so, no buy me school shoe. You understand? Now I say really, so like you say yes, say but like it be the go na school, but it be the way comfort avac. But I think the teacher been there for beat and say, oh, not so like the appropriate way than they for come na school. So when them beat her, may go home and go tell your auntie. So your auntie been get for tell and say, okay, well, you need for, I think now that's the auntie get that water day for make it sell, for raise up money for buy school shoe for her.
Wow.
So you can imagine that kind of small amount of water, you understand how long that picking they go for sell that water day, say for raise money for buy school shoe. You understand? That they go even cost her maybe a whole term or two term, or even lead to in dropout from school. So Danny began for like move me. I said, okay. I said, I go and meet with your auntie. You go able to carry me go there? And I say yes. You can imagine that day I began for cancel all me, activities that me plan. So because out of curiosity, just like what I say, for do that kind of work there, you get forget the passion for them. So I began for like tell the pikin say, okay, lead me to your auntie. So we go to your auntie, and trust me, the place, my God. I not really that in a story for another day. You not go even imagine say people and they live in such environment. Trust me. We been there for go at some point, so the pikin been there for say I need for like park. Because for me I even put the pikin at the motor car, you're afraid. So like I build in confidence. You understand? For me the pikin feel safe. So I put her inside the vehicle, we go meet for go to your auntie. We reached to a point the pikin been for tell me, oh auntie, you need for park now because the road bad. And me not possibly I like hills. So they became in tone very interested. They say like what can I say that auntie like for going under with you colored colors, that kind of stuff like that. So but luckily for me I've been get I can always put slippers. So like I been for change I wear slippers, so we go there. So the mommy for cut everything short. So we go meet them and we been get for coming as an organization, and get for like support the Pekin. We right now we organization responsible for like provide all in school necessities them. And all by God in power. Yeah, now that's we they work on and we they make sure say picking up of, school should not for make a picking stay out of school. Then also they talk about distance from the court, down the back night challenge. For example, in a situation when McKinney, for example, we get the court na the district, yeah, na the town. Then imagine we get villages and they're 20 miles off, the community. How you go expect that mommy we get just small, farm or gardener in backyard, you understand, for the afford transportation, for they go all the way under. So I think we need to get a mobile court, you understand. We're going to move, like we're going to reach out now the remote villages there, so, we're going to reach now the remote villages there, so, because we get, for example, in the likes of Rwanda, South Africa, they practice them. So I think we need for learn from them best practices in there, now then countries in there, and try for like adopt them now we country. Then also just like what my colleague been say, social stigma. We don't face a lot of challenge with that. Wherein they meet some picking, it afraid for really talk, for speak up. Because it afraid, say, for society, you understand how the society go look at them, the stigma, maybe, people are going to provoke them, and they're going to wonder, say, if people don't know, say, I don't go through that kind of stuff there, who's good man go, settle down with me, that kind of stuff. So we need for, like, as an organization, I mean, we don't come for change the narratives, and also human trafficking also.
If
now,
you say all the challenges, we'll come
okay, another one, human trafficking, we're very important.
Yeah.
Because I think so we really need for like as a country or the government or as a country, we all get a role for play. We need for scrutinize the traveling their agency there, so because then they use then they travel with them with them people, more especially women and girls, with the hope say then they go give them job, and when they reach there, now a different thing. In most cases they use them for sexual exploitations and all of that. We don't get several cases of such nature. So we really need for the scrutinizer agencies there. Then also for even empower the security and the borders them. We really need for work on that. For strengthen them further.
Challenges them Boko.
The challenges them Boko. If we really
strides have been made, yes, challenges then they persist, they exist, and they so now let's talk about not going up for politics side. Let's talk about Zainab Sharif in case, yeah. Zainab Sharif is a political activist, and now one of the women when they call for we get woman presidents in this country, and we see recently he make some statements them way them be all for, and they don't deny and build thrice now. So from someone where come on from Center for Gender and Social Justice, and also from lawyers, and you as well from Seeds of Change initiative, like what you wanna comment on Zainab issue? Feel so like this will make other women afraid. We want to go into this politics thing when something we get for do get for tinap tranga one where woman, feel like say what's your assessment of this whole issue? Anyone can start.
Okay. As a member from the lawyers, and this Zainab case involving a lot of concerns on fairness and constitutional rights. And then as a lawyers, the organization, the whole body, we deal with them, even when we begin at the CID, we escort them, as till we get with team, we try for know how the way forward of them. Despite this, we also give a press release where they out on social media for this in bail and detention. But same goes, we are not, let me say, they try for constitutional rights must be protected, and also while also respecting the judicial processing, because as I tell you earlier, the Constitution of Sierra Leone make laws for we protect we. But despite all the laws then we self get responsibility there and duty there where we serve for play. So as well as that we don't do even the recent appearance in court, we did it with them, still a follow up, we don't make we press release, it's out on social media, and then also we dey respectfully dey wait and follow the judicial process concerning the matter, and we dey plead back to the Rwandan authorities for them look into it, because itself na woman, we all na woman, and na woman and girl pikin dem we dey fetor for let them get justice. So na that me get for say na Zainab Sharif in your matter.
What about the fact like this way happen to her and go make other women they like maybe go afraid for like TNAP and politics business? Do you think like it could deter women from make TNAP that kind of way they do it TNAP?
Well, as I just tell you, the constitution we govern when are the supreme law.
Okay.
Yes. We get laws them, then we self get with duty them, where we for abide, for make sure say we self not violate the laws then they. So saying to your question, how do you handle those laws? It's left with individual. Because we get rights, we get responsibilities.
Come
so
with rights,
yes, it comes with rights. You know, go say
Rights
get
comes
this,
with
then you don't want to go with the responsibility. So the ball is in your court.
Okay.
So now that's how we take.
So now let's talk about access to justice. Now the justice system. We'll talk now to Madam Janisa. How accessible if you say justice day for woman and girl picking in a salon?
Well, I believe and convince say there is access to justice, because if you look at the sexual offences model court, that are one strategy where the judiciary put in place for able for handle length matter so very quickly. And as long as that report in there, that victim or that survivor don't make a report, they don't investigate and when they go to court, then they ensure say the law is being implemented. But again, the first step where at the what I talk now before we start this program is that do they even know their rights, and even the investigation and preservation of these evidences, is it go according to how it's supposed to go before they even reach a court? Because the court now that the last resort. But as long as you don't reach the court, then justice they be served. So there is access to justice for women as long as you don't go to court. The problem can be that report inside, like the fear of retaliation, the intimidation before the person they reach there. And also like when they talk about poverty and budgeting, because some man it they work or it they send la tongue or it they work. It they left no more, it they kind of police, they tell you say go come back, it they left for go send. It they give up at the matter, it left the matter, you understand? Then when they go back for go and make the report back, is it been documented accurately? What the report is saying now that they right? The evidence is them. Una they preserve them, because some evidence they even on the crime scene, they don't even contaminate and they don't even distort them. So you know, but as long as they don't care that matter they go to court, then justice they be served.
Okay. So how about you, Madam Wuriba, Fatmasa Wuriba? How accessible if you say justice day for woman and girl picking in a salon?
Yeah, actually we did try, but just like I say, na still a challenge, you know, because when we did talk about the internet, we got to look at, you know, most the population of Sierra Leone, most people, you know, they suffer from when we talk about, for example, poverty. You understand? Now one deterrent than the for me people for access, you know, justice. Because you know, if we woman them and we girl picking for like access justice, you understand, then it meaningless for me the laws there so exist. Then because you know, if find at least justice in paper, you know, for make we go the rights in paper, sorry, for me we go like actually like, for actualize them, you understand, in practice, like justice in practice, not only we they aim for. But poverty now a one deterrent. Because for example, imagine that old mommy, you understand, where they must say, for example, Falaba, you understand, it gets just that in small garden or that in farm, you understand, and it is survive, you know, then you're not going for like afford, so in most cases then go decide say, you know, waiting, make her just, you know, give up the case and left me case to God, you know, that in a one way and also another one lack of awareness. You know, most of the laws that didn't exist, but you know, most of we women there, we girl they not even know about the laws there. So, you know, so I make a really glad way, you know, Truth of Media, una create such a platform wherein una they give you the opportunity for come here and talk in Creole where even the layman go understand, waiting the laws there. So for say the laws are so then they actually they exist and waiting then they about and how they forgot about them, for make sure so they go get the rights and the justice where they deserve. So I'm really happy. I want for comment on that for that. Thank you so much to put me there. And so we need for do more of awareness, public awareness on the thing there. So for talents then they exist, we going on one deterrent for me them for access justice. Then also the distance from the court, what I mentioned also. Now one key deterrent than the where they limit access to justice. Because so now make I be the previously we they talk about for like logo implement mobile courts, because Rwanda then they do one. Rwanda, they already they do one. South Africa also they do one. So
They can to you.
sorry.
The courts they can to you now.
Yes, and they go to the remote exactly the courts. Then they go na then they go meet the people them. Then they go to the remote areas and all because also everybody they for afford even mere transportation. Some might even think for itself. You understand? They find it difficult. So what's off now for the paid transportation all the time for the go and all. So and we know most of them matter there. We they see how the time frame where they take. Before ever they pass judgments or ruling and all. So it take time. So how long you go imagine that I would have for that made that person they got the paid transport, they go back and forth. So it's very frustrating, and more especially in a situation where when there is sexual gender-based violence, and in this situation we already they deal with traumatized person. So we no need for put such people in through more hassle, for go through all that hassle again. It add more to the stress, So are they like recommend follow we go get like mobile court, logo copy the best practices where other countries and they do in the like of Rwanda and South Africa. And also social stigma, now one. Then also retaliation what we talk about now one deterrent where people are afraid for speak up. I make we organization deny so we organization a Comora organization also.
Okay, so Madam Miracle, I go like follow you make recommendations there. What if you say need for be done for strengthening already this existing policies the way they?
Well, the one recommendation I would say na increase legal awareness. Now we dey for we the lawyers them because we they go out and tell them because as my colleagues they don't say na plenty woman and girl picking there they don't know say law they will protect them. SA alone has made a significant progress through laws that protect women and girls where people out there they don't know of. So one that recommendation they then we also need for strengthening the legal aid system na salon. Another recommendation where we they plead for. Yes. And then also for speed up court process. The court process is very slow, especially with that gender-based violence, like then sexual offenses case. We lack forensic lab for fencing at this person do this act. So then they all na recommendation where we they ask for. And then for encourage women and for leader report matter as we all be done to Kanaya. We they fail for speak up and say waiting are the issues them and concern their way we they go through. And then as I be say we they appeal for more donors because if we get fund we can able go inside the village, go tell them say now this now they lost them. Anybody who violates the law, we there for una for support una no need for pay we they go represent una. Because poverty now one thing than the way they hold on to some people as my colleague don't say. Some they say I don't get money, I'll go take lawyer. But lawyers are here for first for women and girl picking in a salon. So we need more donors, at least no partner with them for help where we go, where we spread out and do the work for being awareness and mobilize, as my colleagues then say, and do what we think is important for help women and girl picking in a salon.
Thank you so much for the recommendation, Andy. So now to you, Madam Janisa, whose recommendation you can make for strengthening the already policies, then the frameworks, and they already exist, where government don't try, past and present government don't try for, like whose recommendation you can make for make them be strengthened, them particular frameworks that will already exist.
So one of the recommendations that we're going to make now, like mass legal awareness. So I'll be talking the other radio program will be good say there are laws there if we can able for break and down into we local languages them and go into them communities there, church them, mocks them, you know, they market them, like how they do so on radio and TV, able for sensitize people on their laws there, say this is illegal, and usai forget help, and what thing will happen to anybody who will break their laws there. I think that one recommendation that we need for break their laws they are done into local languages them, make people able to understand. Then also we get for engage man them and boy picking them deliberately, because if anything for change, they self for be part of this change, because for make them make it simple for we now therefore take charge of her, because we'll get the man they involved, then for they talk to the company now, then they inside, because we don't do it for too long with woman to woman, but we still they get their report there, and an assessment of this whole justice for women that gender-based violence, it gets for do with the report. The report now in the evidence for sure say what is really happening on the ground, because we see say the laws then they're on paper, but it's not showing in the record. So the man then this time get for come on board. We are not leaving the men out. The men therefore be central to any awareness now what they raise. They also community accountability as well. We got for make the community people religiously they understand say some of them things that these are crimes where una never for do them at family level, or for una talk at family level. No, may they know say anybody will go attempt that if they rape somebody, they una conceal una talk at family level, it's a crime. They also the response them also for be survival centered, you know. So like not only where the person don't carry report, but how do you support that person afterwards so they don't carry report? Do we have enough shelters for them people there? So we they ask that may they create more support for them people as psychosocial counseling there, because most of the after that the mental health kid don't messed up. We need support for them people there. We need referral homes for them, you know. So they would they ask that in their regards their recommendation, our government will take us seriously and put more effort to what is practically happening on the ground rather than what is on paper.
Yeah, and I believe say like, because if you did like at the same issue where everything it boils down to is, do you know your rights? Now the question, and you know your rights, you know waiting this one an effect for me for, so I know are even aware say this they exist, because if I aware say they exist, now I go make I get that awareness day for one for act, one for this action we they talk about, for one for seek justice we they talk about this access to justice, we talk about rights, we talk about action. If person a limbano mo in the read, then any told them they say na pa English, na or na pa Creole, like how me go even know say if I cohabit with man for 5 years, I entitled to him property. How me go know say I get rights to this, I get rights to that. If person violates me right this way, I get right for now this social side this for go for you know for act or for act now this way for act now I for go seek justice. These are the questions I should be asking. Usa I for go. Then kind of thing and also you talk about funds, not talk about funds for recommendation. Money is important, anything so far. Money very, very important. Because like now it's smooth in the process.
Yeah, if money not there, now just paper.
How we go?
Yeah. You have money,
so we need more donors.
And one of the recommendations I love also so much is the ones with the mobile courts. Like I don't already go through this problem already. Maybe I get mental, you know, I get that kind of conflict. My mind, are they in conflict with myself? Whether for do this or this, like I'm disturbed. Then that time they all legal proceedings first. Now tell me for say no easy. For can't go to all that hassle for begin. I did pum side maybe for say make. But if the court in the country, I believe say it's going to be better. I believe say woman and go really get like when I say access to justice, it go really reach in full potential, or even it go reach that kind of stage the way we for say we all go glad we all go glad for say yes, woman and get access to justice and get access to rights and action there for woman there. I want to say plenty take it to una all we join we now today, and I want to make Madam Muriba say a last word as they keep say. Okay, Lori, are you from now?
Yes, just want to add one part the
recommendations, yeah,
because most of the abuse victims they are so, you know, not due to poverty and the dependency rate. So because of that, I just want to look at also, you know, for invest in economic
slogan.
Yeah, for invest economic you know, for do economic scheme, you know, for women as a justice strategy action. You know, we need for do that because for example in we organization, that in one thing what they do, they link them to a sustainable livelihood. And as an organization, also what they call on, donors, as a new, but, we new, but yet a very visionary organization. So we they call on donors, partners, for me them go build partnerships with the organization, because now that's what they do. We they build partnerships, with organizations, institutions, and development partners where they share, we commitment, in protecting vulnerable populations, and also for strength, we also did for strengthening the access to justice. I believe that together we can empower programs, we can empower, vulnerable groups, and also we own, I think, a take-home way I want to say for all listeners, now that at the back of my t-shirt, we theme, because just like the International Women's Day gets a theme, we also get a theme where aligned with the International Women's Day, where at the back, just that I don't know if permit me. Yes, it is not, the platform will permit me to say that.
No,
but
like
at the back,
you will talk about waiting in our back.
Yes, but at the back, at the back, we write to say, no girl invisible, no woman powerless. So I want we all, I want we all go with that quote today. And also at Soci when seeds of for change institution, every contribution, now a way for plants a seed of hope, for plants a seed of justice, and also for plants a seed of resilience.
Sure.
So thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. This is the get this damn money now. I don't know. No, but giving to gain, I believe say the one in case if now one of the slogan then for this year,
give
part
to
of the
gain.
slogan, give to gain,
Give to gain.
for invest in woman, because it's a way you invest in woman, way you empower woman, empower a nation. But like for lay woman, because empowerment stuff they come from within, they enable empower, I empower yourself. If you then they give to a woman, then even organizations can give, donors can give, they can give to anything we get for do to woman business for strengthening people there. Because when you have one woman they will help other woman, different woman. It's like a chain, and now something we get profits where you invest per woman. We don't get a wonderful conversation, and I'm really glad for this particular one we don't get today. I want to say plenty thank you to Madam Fatima Wuri, and also to Madam Natasha Miracle Kuruma, and also to Madam Janisa Momodu. I want to say plenty talking to now, and to all the one that we don't watch we, they don't listen to we. We want to say plenty talking to the woman that way they watch we. Happy International Women's Day. You are seen, you are heard, you are beautiful, you are confident, you are intelligent. Whether you're a mama, you're a sister, you're an auntie, we like you. Just not sister no more. We like you with the female community, the woman community, and you mean a lot, and you are important, and you are sufficient as well. You listen to Truth FM on 103.9 with me, Nafisatu Olayinka. We present this program today, and also you can check now we socials them at Truth Media on Facebook and Truth Media SL on YouTube. I want to say plenty thank you to me producer Samuel Inga Norman for the plenty work we don't do for CC this program come on fine today, and it all supports the woman them, and also to the IT team, the technical team, and DJ. I want to say plenty thank you to Una and to all the one that we don't listen. My name is Nafisatu Olayinka again, and tata.
Esther Michael, yeah, that's my name.
There's a good woman a gentry, not for the no man a kitchen. We get good initiative, 50-50. What a man can do, woman can do. There's a good woman a gentry, not for the no man a kitchen. We get good initiative, 50-50. What a man can do,